Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Play. I'm here with Owen from Game with the Cooler, and we're going to play The Drowned Earth today. It is a new indie game set in a, I guess, post-apocalyptic world. So it's like a couple 400 years or so after what is only known now as the event, where the Earth gets destroyed, the fallen elder civilization goes away, and the ruins of Earth are taken over by basically like gene-spliced mutant creatures, humans, and anyone else that can drag themselves up out of what's basically happened to the planet. So after the dark times, the waters have risen, everything's all flooded. We're living in Ulaya, which I'm pretty sure is LA. A flooded out LA, and there's basically like archipelagos and mountain ranges are the new flat Earth. So everything is mostly submerged. People dive for technology. There's a huge massive oil rig where the Overg, who are like a dwarvish kind of people, live. There's the Saurians, who are like a...
They're exactly what you imagine.
They're exactly what you imagine. The dinosaur people.
There's also gorillas.
There's also the Bereingi, or the gorillas are exactly what you'd imagine. It's pretty easy to put two and two together in this. And all the factions, there's four main factions in the Wayfarers. The Wayfarers are like a mercenary faction. But there's the bounty hunters, there's the militia, which you're playing. There are the artifact finders, the sort of like the relic hunters. And then there's the firm, which is all of the organized crime guys, which I'm playing. And they all vie for control. These are the 5 initial factions that are available right now. The Wayfarers can be taken in any faction on a scaling basis, kind of like the Union and Guild Ball. And the game kind of has a...
mercenaries in Gladiator.
It's Arena Rex. Yeah. Arena Rex just take anything, but you get your faction benefit if you take enough of whatever. In this one, it's 100 points, you get 1 Wayfarer, 125, you get 2, and in 150, which is the max game size right now, you can get up to 3 Wayfarers. It's a bit Guild Ball meets Infinity, is I think how I would describe it. Guild Ball for like the action point system and trading around the influence sort of, and like your caps and stuff, and then Infinity with like the act-react system and lots of terrain.
And opposed dice.
Yeah.
Not very many games have the hard opposed dice.
Yeah, and it's because it's not just scaling pools of dice, it's actually a success level thing rolling under a stat. So we'll show you this, we'll give you a brief run through during turn 1. We're gonna play Grudge Match, where we secretly select a person on our team to hate someone else, and the game ends when they either take it out or you're basically unconscious and can no longer complete the mission. There's lots of like dynamic movement, parkour, running up and down stuff. You can make your agility test to do those kinds of things. Yeah, and we'll get this underway. All right, so here is the Firm, the faction I'm playing, which is my organized criminals. We have Kaneda, son of the big crime boss from Skyton, where basically he's just a huge failure. And these are his minions. There's Hosk, the Bereingi, with his giant flame-powered thunderhammer. There's Mira, the sort of like crazy fire lady there, jumping on her jump jets. They're called Inferno Packs. There's Lies, who's the Saurian assassin, who's been hired by Kaneda's dad, basically to keep him alive. And then there's Papa Venk, the half Overg, I don't know, hermit that everybody seems to listen to. And even like Kaneda's dad, who's like the crime boss, doesn't really give this guy a hard time and lets him do what he wants. He's kind of a mysterious power figure in the Firm. And this is 100 points. This is the faction starter set for the army. That gives you everything you need to play right now. It's actually 99 points. Now there are additional upgrade cards you can buy if you want to play a bigger game and you end sort of on a flat point system. You can buy what are called effect cards. Things like a deadly shot, take cover, swim champion, distraction, and you spend these cards with your extra points to get advantages throughout the game to make it a flat point value. But let's show you some stats. So for Kaneda, the front of the card has some basic stats here. His movement, that's his base movement of 4. He has to pass an agility test to do something crazy and move 4 inches. If he nails it during a test, he can go 6 inches. Now what I mean by that is, every time you roll a die, you have to roll equal to or under a stat. And your stats are along the side here. Then he has his initiative and activation. So this is how many points he gets in action points and his maximum AP he can spend every turn. Because there are ways to get AP assigned to you that aren't your basic AP.
My bad, I'm losing it.
Now there's also this, which is an initiative stat. That's how many action points he gets each round, and then how many he can be assigned, basically, because there are ways for commanders to steal and give AP to people. And he is a leader. Then you have his stats. There's his melee ability, which is 7, his agility, which is 6, his shooting ability, which is a 6 as well, his mental ability, his brains there is 7, and his toughness is 4. His armor stat, which is what you add to the toughness when you make an armor roll, is 0, because he's just wearing a shirt. And then his weapon profiles is twin Uzis. He has a 9-inch pass range and a 16-inch nailed it range. Basically the difficulty of the tests he has to do. A pass damage of 3 if he just passes, and a nailed it of 4. And then special roll spray if he's within short range, 9. Of his target, he gets +1 to his shooting rolls. He becomes shooting 7. And then his melee weapon is Ancient Blade, ranges dash, damage tooth plus /3. So if he gets a pass result or a nailed it result, it gets a higher. And then pierce, he reduces armor when you take damage. Back of the card has his rank, which is leader. He's a character, obviously. He's 23 points. His name, how many hit points he has, which is 4. And then his profile. Now there's actually silhouettes in this. He is silhouette A, which is roughly this big, so 30 mil base. And that's how big he can basically fit in spots. And then any special skills he has. So he's a gunslinger. When this model makes an opposed shoot test, he can reroll the attribute die and counter strike if this model loses an opposed close combat test during the test step. After armor rolls and rerolls are completed, the enemy model takes damage equal to the damage this model saved. So if you try and stab him, everything he saves comes back as damage to you. And then all leaders have also a leader card. This is not something that all the rest of these guys have. So for instance, he has Killer Instinct. It happens automatically if he's your leader. When this model is conscious, when an enemy model makes an armor roll for damage caused by their crew, this guy's crew, rolls of 9 or 10 cost 2 instead of 1. He poisons all his weapons, and all of his guys are deadly. And he also comes armed with stun grenades, just an additional equipment piece. Doesn't cost many points that he just has, and it has 2 uses before they go away. Let's talk about what I mean by past tests. So whenever you make a test, and everything is tests in this, you have to roll 2 dice. You roll a tribute die and you roll a feat die. And you have to roll equal to or under whatever your stat is. So let's say I wanted to shoot someone unopposed, if Canada was going to try and cap old Venk over there. He'd roll 2 dice. His attribute die is the green one, and his feat die is the other one. Now, he would have to roll equal to or under his stat, which is 6. So if you get just your attribute die underneath, you have a pass. If you get your attribute die and your feat die underneath, you get a nailed it, so you get the second result. So for instance, if I'm trying to hit at 16 inches, I have to roll both of these dice equal to or under my stat to be able to do it. And if I get a double, so equal to or under, and both the die give me the same result. So let's say I got 7/7 here, and I was in the short range, so I get my +1 on my marksmanship because of spray. I would get a nailed it, and that means that I get a feat, which means I get an automatic, like, trump, basically, a 3rd level of success. Now, if you ever roll a 1 on the feat die, it's automatically a feat, no matter what this die is, too. So those 3 levels also matter in opposed tests. When you have someone shooting back at you, whoever gets the highest level of test is the one that actually succeeds and cancels the other one. So let's say I just get a pass, only my attribute die goes underneath, and Owen feats. He'll cancel my test because he got the highest level of success. If you get the same level of success, it goes to whoever rolled the highest individual die that succeeded. So let's say I rolled a 7 exactly under my stat test. It would cancel any of his 5s, 6, 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s on his tests, and mine would go through. And if we got a true tie, so if everything ties right down the middle, then both succeed, and you just blaze each other and get murdered. And tests are used for everything. So they're also used for movement. So let's say I wanted to jump up here. If my Bereingi wanted to jump up Hosk, I would declare my move a lot like in Infinity. I'd say, well, I have a 5/7 for movement. I'll move an inch over to here, 2 inches up, and then I'm gonna use the rest to move over this window. So I need to get my free 2 inches of movement, because moving over ground is free. That's no dice roll, basically. But if I just get a pass, that's all I get. If I get a nailed it, I get up there as well. So I roll a 6 and a 9, which means under my agility of 6, all I got there was a pass. So I'm just going to get to my first level of difficulty, basically. I move to the edge and I stop. Now, if I didn't have to do any other movement, that would be my next level. I could do another AP and walk up there. But if I'd gotten a nailed it, so if I'd gotten both of these as less than my stat, I would get up here and I would continue my move up to the rest of my movement value, because this is open as well. So this is a neat way, basically, of handling dynamic movement, dynamic actions, is everything basically requires these feat tests. And the level of difficulty of what you're trying to accomplish is the level of difficulty of what you're trying to roll on the 2 dice, getting equal to or under your stat. I'm gonna set up and play now, and we'll go through the activation sequence as we go. So Owen and I are both going to roll a die and see who is deploying first in Grudge Match. So here's Owen's militia. He has Forek, his leader right there, which is literally a dwarven version of Arnold Schwarzenegger from Predator. You have Wakita, who is your medic. No, she's your...
Yeah, she is.
She's your medic, that's right, yeah. And then your scout, which is Hove. Kratisk is your mech. He's your dude who, like, fixes stuff. And he's also a scout, which means he gets to stealth. Sorry, no, she's your scout, or he's your scout. He gets to stealth. I mean, he gets like a camo marker almost, like Infinity. And then finally there's Renelle, who's your Bereingi, and she's your heavy. She's your tough. She's got a minigun. and does lots of shooting and fighting, and also actually climbs really well. Icing off is always rolling low in this, so we're both gonna roll a d10 and see who gets the lowest results. You get a 8, I get a 6. I'll pick this half over here. So deployment in Grudge Match is 4 inches, and then anyone with the infiltrate skill, which is all your scouts. So for me, it's Lise, and for you, it's Hove. They get to deploy anywhere up to the table half. So I'll deploy first, and you'll deploy second. So I've deployed. I've got Hosk, Venk over here, Mira, and Kaneda. Lisa's off to the side right now because she'll deploy afterwards. Now you want lots of like leveled terrain, lots of good line of sight blocking terrain across the middle here. I've used like a variety of like aquarium plants. These I believe are dust tactics buildings, and then some 3D printed scenery. I cut the tires off a bunch of Mantic cars to make them look sunk in the swamp here. Now for our first game, we're using nothing but flat terrain. In the future, you want to have at least a quarter of the table be water, so that you have like more water features and stuff. You've deployed. You have Fork in the middle there, and then it's who else?
Nikita and Renell, and then on the far left, we've got our crate sneaking him along with his sniper or crossbow.
All right, so I get to deploy first, Lise. She's going to deploy anywhere in my half. And I kind of like deploying over here. I'm going to deploy as a marker. So basically I'm deploying in stealth, which means I have to be discovered. I'm going to deploy prone on the rooftop up here, and then you've got that's your scout. Yeah, so it's turn 1. So we secretly decide who the grudge bearer and the grudge target is. And then we get ready to rock and roll. So initiative turn 1. And the game goes until our objective is complete. 2, 4. So I roll low, which means I get to go first if I choose. Now, what happens during the initiative phase is everybody gains AP equal to their stats. So Kaneda gets 3, Mira gets 2, everyone else here actually gets 2, and can be given a max of 4. You don't really want to get in a sniper fight, because that sniper's terrifying. So what we're going to do is we are going to have... you can see pretty much everybody prone. So you can see it on the bridge basically, or on the side over here.
That way.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Well, let's go with Venk then. He's going to start spending some AP to move. And he's going to just move his 6. Now, if you move in the open, there's no ability tests required. So we're just going to come to the edge here and then move an inch behind this. Any reactions?
No.
No, because your lizard can see, but if he reacts, he'll have to...
Be revealed.
Be revealed, yeah. And we're just going to wait with Venk, I think. He's just going to sit on that last AP and be happy to have a rifle. So over to you. Who do you want to activate?
We're going to go with that sneaky snake. And Krasik is going to just move 6.
Okay, so
straight ahead.
Nail distance he can move during the open, so heading on up. Can't react to you right now because you're invisible.
Yeah, you have to be close.
I can try and react to you to spot you, but I'm waiting until you get closer. Now, remember, I have the ambush skill on Liz here. If I do get you revealed and you come within 4 of me, I can spend an AP to just auto-charge you.
Yep.
Set and be happy?
Yep.
Sounds good. All right, then. We're going to go with Kaneda. He's going to do a move as well. But during that move, he's going to use his command ability, which all leaders have. It doesn't cost any actions. You have to do it as part of another action. And he's going to attempt to move some AP between Venk and Hosk here. So he makes his move. And he can do it to anybody that he can see. So he's moved 6 inches, hide behind this plant. And then he's going to make a willpower test. So his willpower is 7. So he makes his dice roll. He has to roll yellow for the feat die and green for his attribute die. And he is 7, and he feats because he rolls a 1, which means he actually gains an AP at the end of his activation when this is done. But he gets to move that AP between Venk and Hosk. So Hosk now has 3. So I've used one of my 3, but I'm going to have a free one at the end of this, which will give me like kind of a free dodge. Do I want to go again? I am going to move again. I'm going to just wrap around here and move my 6. And I'll attempt to do another command. Would you like to react?
Yeah. My sniper's going to shoot you while you're in the open like that.
All right, well, I'm going to initiate a firefight.
Cool.
Additional AP to initiate that firefight now, so I'm down to 0 AP. But it means that I'm in my nailed it range. You're in your nailed it range as well.
Yep.
Which means you both have to roll that amount to hit each other.
I'm in cover.
You are in cover. My marksmanship value becomes 5. And you're looking at 6 because you're in cover. So see what you get.
I have a special rule as well called headshot, where I can re-roll my feat die whenever I'm shooting, and I'm going to use that.
You're going to use that right now.
And succeed both.
All right, so you've got to nailed it, which means you will hit me.
Yes.
And I have to roll and get under 5 on both these dice. And I do on this one, but I fail on this die. So unfortunately I miss. You fail on that when you pass on the feat die, but don't succeed on this die. I get no successes at all, but it doesn't matter, your level success is higher no matter what. Even if I'd passed, you would have beaten me with a nailed it. So you got a nailed it. And what's your damage level for that? Your second one? Your second damage value?
It's still actually the first, because I'm shooting my long distance range.
Oh, right, yeah.
But it is 3 regardless.
Because you need the nailed it to hit that level.
That's right.
So it's 3, and I am toughness 4, and no armor. So I have to roll 3 dice under a 4. I pass, I take a damage. And a free AP at the end of activation, he's done. There you go.
Yep, he's going to do a move, and he is also going to use his command ability. He's just going to move up these steps a little bit.
Okay.
And he's going to basically pull an AP from the snake to the sniper. Do it, buddy. He does.
Pass, yeah. And it's a nail.
So I get an extra point at the end as well.
Because they're both underneath, yeah. So you get a free AP at the end of your activation because you feated, which means both underneath and you doubled. Actions right now. Keep on moving.
Yep.
And fall, jump down.
A move jump, and I'm going to try to move to here. So I'm going to move, and I'm going to hop down this, and then move to there with my 6 inches.
Okay, I'm just going to let you do it.
And I'm storing a shoot within that movement as well.
Oh, so you're going to nested fire a gun. All
That's
right.
right. So
and who are you targeting? You have to clear all your
I'm going to
targets.
shoot your boss, big man.
All right, I will dodge. Oh, you know what? I'll firefight you. Why not?
Agility 6. I do pass, so I do have enough to jump down this.
Yep, so you get to the bottom.
But I wouldn't be able to climb anything else if I had done
That's right, because you didn't get a
crazy.
nailed it. Exactly.
Yeah. He makes it.
He makes it, and then we get to shoot each other.
Yeah.
Shoot 7, you have a special skill where you can reroll the attribute die when you shoot.
Gunslinger.
Gunslinger, and I am also Gunslinger, which means that I think I do the same thing. I do reroll it when you're in a post test.
Yep. So I'm looking for a 7.
And I'm looking for a 6.
Pass.
Pass, and
Nailed
feet.
it.
So I feet actually.
Yeah.
And the feat means that I get the nailed it result for damage, and you are taking twin Uzi damage, which is 4 dice. But each one that's a 9-10 causes 2 damage because of my killer instincts. It's 1 for each damage. Damage 4.
Okay. Looking for 4s.
So 1 pass.
I'm gonna re-roll this one I'll roll this.
Roll the last one, see what happens.
I'll roll this one again.
Yeah, so 2 passed, and then re-roll the 10.
I have lightning reflexes to re-roll one of my fails.
Yeah, but it's still a 10. So 2 damage, 3 damage total. It was only 3 dice damage because I needed to nail it for range as well. Right. So I only got a pass.
2 in these, and then my re-roll could be the failure.
Well, it was you re-rolled the one that passed, and it also passed, so it didn't really matter. But if you just want to do it again, do it again. It's just 3 dice. Yeah, that's fine. So all pass. Great.
I like that.
Well done. Yeah, that sounds good.
And you used your point to dodge.
No, firefight you. Shoot back.
Okay.
And he's finished. For Haas to go, Haas is just going to run. He's going to do his first 7 inches of movement. Over to here.
Blam!
Now shoot me. Go for it. Just going to let you do it.
Cool.
Unopposed.
All right, looking for 7s. Or 6s. I don't know.
Oh, you fumbled!
No, it's only if I roll a double.
That's right, yeah. You just fail.
I could re-roll this, but it didn't get me a 1.
That's right, okay.
Okay.
So then that was your last AP on her?
I have 1 more because Forik took his.
That's right, okay.
Yeah.
Then we're going to move another 7.
We're just going to shoot you again.
All right, we're going to come around the corner. Go ahead and shoot me.
All right, so you're in good range now for Monkey.
Yep. Shoot.
I ignore cover, and I pass.
Okay.
So you take a damage 3.
Damage
Pierce
3.
1.
The Pierce 1. Okay, so Hosk has a toughness of 3 and armor 1. So the Pierce will go through my armor. So I'm rolling 3 dice here, trying to get equal to or under a 3. And I'll get 1. Let's take 2 damage. Again, Hosk, we're going to charge your boss, man. Let's do this. Moving 7. So a charge is just 1 AP, but it's a move followed by a melee attack. Now anybody can react to him, though. Anybody that reacts to him that's not engaged in it is unopposed. Shoot.
Yep.
Okay. Shooting the way in. Makes sense.
Forik's got nothing.
Okay. So Fork's going to get hit. I am melee 6 with Hosk. And I have a special roll called Brutal. No, it's called Savage. May reroll the attribute die. So let's see what we get. 6 less. We both pass. So it's going to be a nailed it, which means damage 5, rend 1, pierce 1.
So I don't have any armor, but the rend 1 means I need a 3 or less instead of a 4 or less. So sorry, a pierce makes it. So 3s. Pass, and I can reroll one of these because I have reflexes.
Don't make it worse. No. Take 2. Free shot from Jaquita. See what you can do.
She's looking for 7s, go to 6s because there's obstructing terrain.
That's right.
6. It is
Fail on your ability die. Does she have marksman or anything? Dodges, gotcha. So she just misses.
We're gonna go with Renau. She's gonna casually walk around here. 6 for 1.
She's a terrifying minigun. Do I want to react? I don't have anybody who can.
And then she's just going to walk up, get some cover behind this tree, and be ready to go.
Any AP on her left?
That's her last AP.
Okay, I go with Mira. Mira's gonna go 6 to here. Any reactions? Nope. Okay, then we're gonna go 6 up along that wall again. And just take cover, like so. Over to you. Let's go.
And she's just going to move up behind the dock here.
Sounds good.
Get some hard cover.
You're done? All right, so Lisa's gonna go, and she's gonna move. She's gonna do some dynamic movement though. She's gonna attempt to hop this car. So she has an agility of 6, and that's it. So I have to try and do this on a 6 or less. I need to pass through this because it's the first thing I'm touching. And I fail because I fail my dice. So don't even get a pass. This is up my whole plan here because I just wanted to get in the melee with you. So
second action, try again.
We just go. Yeah, let's just try again. Try and go straight over. And we pass the ability die. No, we fail again in the ability die. So we just stand there. Moving into round 2. Now we have to declare it as soon as we earn any VPs. You get 6 VPs for being the first person to take out a grudge person with the grudge bearer, and you get 3 VPs if you're the first person to do that with any other model. And that's 5 and 2 for anyone else. And as soon as we know one side can't earn VPs anymore, the game ends. So let's do initiative for round 2 and see who's going first. 5 is you. Choose to make me go first. Okay. Well, I think we just pound you with the H.
Yep.
All right, so what's your agility? Now, if you dodge, you get out of melee. 6, sounds good. I am melee 6 as well.
Woo!
So you get a 1 and a 3. I get a 2 and a 10. I can reroll the ability dice, though, because of my stat. So I have a 3 as the highest dice roll. We have a true tie, which means that both actions go off. You move an inch, but you also get hit by a pass. All right, so you move an inch, and then you take the 4 damage with Pierce and Rend from...
It's just a pass, it's not the big one.
It's just a pass, yeah. So 4 dice. Trying to get under a 3 here.
Pass, 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 reroll.
2 damage. 2 damage.
That'll knock me down.
Okay, so you're unconscious. Conscious but not engaged. Well, my second AP, I'm charging the minigun.
Okay.
Let's do this. Everyone shoot me.
Yep.
Shoot on the way in, outside of melee, obviously, and then everyone else also gets to fire.
Sniper will shoot you as well. She's not going to shoot.
Shoot me unopposed with your minigun. I am melee 6.
The minigun is opposed. The sniper's unopposed.
Sorry, is opposed. Sorry, the sniper's unopposed. Yeah. Do the minigun first.
So this is opposed. I'm looking for 6s.
You got it, 6 plus, and you.
Crit.
Oh, you feet me. I feed as well, so they both go off.
There you go.
So it's a true tie. We both feeded, because I got a double equal to under my stat, and you rolled a 1 on the feet die.
Yep.
Which means you take damage. So we both feet, which means we both get that level of success, which means you take 5 damage with Pierce and Rend.
You too.
And I do too. Does you have Pierce and Rend as well?
It doesn't have Pierce and Rend,
okay.
but it is just
5 damage. Okay. So I'm armor 3. That's all I can do. I explode.
4 damage. No, you pass 1. Do you have 1 left?
I pass 1.
Oh, no, the sniper shot.
No. You shot me before. Yeah, I taken 2 damage already.
Are you unconscious?
You've done 4. I had 3 left. I'm unconscious. Yeah, I've taken twice as much as my remaining wounds to just vaporize me. And then you do 5 as well.
I'm also looking for 3s because of your rend and such. Take 3, down to 2.
Oh, you didn't do so. I was really hoping you would have spiked to die there and gotten the killer instinct off.
Double damage.
Yeah, I do double damage because that would have knocked you. Shoot me in the back.
Looking for 6s. Gets it.
Gets it, yep. How much?
I can re-roll this. Still a failure. So
Okay.
1 for 3 damage, Pierce.
Pierce. So Pierce reduces
You
my...
auto take him because you're unconscious. Unless it's
I still get armor, I'm pretty sure.
No, but either way you fail.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if I fail. That's enough to kill me.
My grudge guy killed his enemy.
Ah, it's game. That was him. Ah, so you're in 6 VP. Well, I did not take you out of action.
I was like...
You're gonna earn 6 from that, and that means the most I can possibly do is earn 5. My grudge is actually my boss against your boss, and I was gonna walk over and shoot you in a second. So there's no way for me to actually win this because the high score right now is to you because your grudge killed my grudge.
My next play was my medic walks around.
Yeah. My play, well, I was just gonna gun her down with somebody. My play there was basically to try and knock you out with the monkey and then go finish you off with the Uzis. Yep. But it didn't work out because you shot me in the back with the sniper. Well done. That's a grudge match. So those are the basic core mechanics. Opposed testing, lots of dynamic movements. Now this was a simple mission, obviously, to show you guys just for like the core rules and stuff and get a grip for ourselves, basically, on the gameplay. So I think what we'll probably do, Mike from Everdex Seas is paint up the artifactors, and I've also got the the bounty hunters to paint up as well, and Owen's got we've got a few more guys from the Wayfarers to paint up. So Owen and I both have some more options for our gang, so we can both basically pull from the mercenary pool, and we'll play with some water next game. So you get to see us on a water table using some more like levels and stuff. I'm gonna try. I might actually go and cut some of our containers in half and make some like submerged containers, so, like half floating in the water and stuff too, just so we can have sort of like more kind of flat ground. Does that make sense? Like kind of like they're not platforms, but they're platforms, sort of thing. And we'll try out some more of like the dynamic movement Brink style, running around and fighting and stuff.
Remember Brink? 2010, 8.
It had the best hype. It had the best.
8.
It was 8, I think. No, it was 10. It had the best hype of any video game ever.
It was one of the first 360 games,
and it was just kind of okay. All right, so there you go, into the game, getting smoked by a sniper. My Monkey Man did a lot of damage though, and we got to look at the core mechanics for the Drowned Earth. So if you want a highly interactive act-react, sort of like a light Infinity with a cool post-apocalyptic twist, check out the next episode where we're going to take it to the water. I'm going to make some more terrain for this, because this is a very, like, you do kind of need some specific terrain for it. A lot like Infinity, you want to have some stuff that fits the theme, but also fits like the core mechanics and stuff too. Just standing and shooting definitely makes the game less interesting. So luckily in this game we did more running and punching and got to see some more of what's possible. Obviously lots of factions and stuff come out as well, so we'll check it out with Mike from Epic Duck, and of course expand our forces into some new stuff too. So go check it out. It's linked below in the video description, and thanks for watching. We'll see you for more Let's Plays in the future. I'm Ash. I'm Bereingi. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below to get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course I will continue doing it as long as I can.